The seemingly forgotten man of the Vikings 2022 draft class is second-round pick number 42 overall, cornerback Andrew Booth Jr. coming out of Clemson for a couple reasons. Number one, he hasn't signed his contract yet. Number two, he hasn't been participating in OTAs, and he won't participate in minicamp as he recovers from core muscle surgery. But you can't sleep on him. You can't sleep on him, and I think that Andrew Booth Jr. could very quickly secure himself a starting role with the Minnesota Vikings, if not this year, definitely next year. But I think that he will have something to do as a rookie because the kid is just too talented, and it's good to see some of the national media jabroni haircuts recognizing it. Our guy Chris Trapasso, who is pretty good at calling balls and strikes, especially with the Vikings, he did up a list of NFL mandatory minicamp 2022 NFC rookies picked after day one of draft who could earn key roles. Now, the ironic thing is that Booth's not going to participate in minicamp, but it sort of is what it is. The notion stays the same. So here's what he wrote. Impressive stat to know. 5 picks and 9 passes broken up in his last 21 games at Clemson. Booth was a first-round talent all day. The vaunted injury red flag precipitated his plummeted to the second round. I like the alliteration. I'm just not good at reading. What I kept going back to with Booth during the pre-draft process was this. He has the feet and suddenness of a slot corner and the disruptive length and acrobatic ball skills of a tall outside corner. Learning from Patrick Peterson will do wonders for any rough edges of Booth's game. He's going to be a stud quickly in Minnesota, and absolutely agree with it. I think that Andrew Booth Jr. has a chance to be a superstar in this league. I think the Vikings have a chance to actually just have him be the value pick of the day 2, if not this entire draft. But I just love him, man, because he's 21 years young, a true junior, 6 foot, $194, former 5-star recruit from Lawrenceville, Georgia. And the thing about him is, now this is certainly a red flag, but he's never been fully healthy during his time at Clemson, but also that it's huge potential, because if he can get his health right, his training right, he's going to be just an absolute monster in this league. He was a 2-year starter at Clemson. In 2021, he posted 26 tackles, 3 interceptions, 5 passes broken up, a quarterback rating of 70 when thrown at, a 78.4 PFF grade, 78.6 in coverage, as well as first-team All-ACC. Now, he checks the boxes on film. He's got the length that stands out. The Xavier Rhodes-esque comps, I think, are certainly there, but also see a little J.C. Jackson in there as well. And I like that Trapasso pointed out that he does have great feet and that he could work from the slot. And that might be a path for him to get on the field as rookie, because you do have Patrick Peterson and Cameron Dantzler on the outside. Those are your starting cornerbacks throughout OTAs and minicamp. So we'll see. Plus, he's a willing tackler. He's got some swagger. He's going to get after him, man. He will literally fight you. He will literally fight you. Finish him. It's a great setup, man. So he's up there. He can still get down and get his hooks in. Right? A perfect setup for the straight arm lock from the mount. Go ahead, man. But just keep going. But like we said, as of right now, Patrick Peterson and Cameron Dantzler are starting around the outside. Now for a slot cornerback, it really is up in the air. Sean Sullivan coming over from the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, as well as Harrison Hand, who does have some good slot experience as well. Always been a big fan of him. Chris Boyd, maybe, as well as Nate Hairston coming over from the Broncos. But also, you could throw Booth in there, because even though he's got the length to be an outside quarterback, a path for him to get on the field with Peterson and Dantzler there could be working from the slot. And I know it's a little bit of out of sight, out of mind right now with Booth, but remember, they're taking it very precautiously with him, right? So it's OTAs, it's mandatory minicamp. Yes, you would love to have a rookie out on the field, getting his feet wet, learning the defense, and getting those live reps in, but he's still working. He's getting those mental reps in, and he's going to ease his way back in. Hopefully, he'll be a full go at the start of training camp, which is what really matters. And we'll go from there. So I agree with Trapasso here, where I do think that Andrew Booth Jr. finish him. Could be a legitimate contributor this year as a rookie for the Vikings. But that's it. CBS Sports hypes up our guy, Andrew Booth Jr., a second-round pick out of Clemson. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts, on their thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.